Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome in. This is Keto Granny. Today is just a check in so that we can check in with each other, keep each other motivated. Hello, Emery. I'm so glad that you are here. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? I just wanted to come on here to check in to see how everyone is doing on their 75 hard or either their 75 soft weight loss challenge. I know that several of us are doing it together, and it really helps to check in just to see how each other are doing or to talk about different problems that we're having or different successes that we're having. We can also come on here to share our different successes that we are having also. So let's see. Let me go over the rules. What is that? The 75 hard challenge. The 75 hard challenge, because that's what I'm doing. And it's the 75 soft. I call it 75 soft, too hard challenge. But the 75 hard challenge is a 75-day program, you all, that's designed to build mental toughness and discipline. I believe that's the main goal of the 75-day challenge is to build mental toughness and discipline. It was created by entrepreneur Andy Frisella, and it said it's not just a fitness challenge, but it's a comprehensive mental and physical regimen. And the key things that you have to do on the 75 hard or the 75-day program, you pick out a diet that you want to follow. You follow the diet that you want to of choice, and you want to make sure that you follow a diet and stick to a structured eating plan of your choice with no cheat meals or alcohol. Number two, you want to do two 45-minute workouts. Complete two workouts daily, one of which must be outdoors. One of those workouts must be outdoors. Now, if you're doing the soft challenge, from what I understand, then you just require to complete one 30-minute workout. You want to make sure that you're drinking a gallon of water a day. You want to make sure that you're staying hydrated by drinking a gallon of water each day. If you're doing the soft challenge, then it's being able to drink as much water as you can per day, from what I understand. Everyone, you want to make sure that you read 10 pages of a nonfiction book daily. Audio books don't count. And then you want to take a progress photo daily also. This is going to help you document your journey with a daily progress photo. And those photos come in so handy. I was looking at my photos from where I started out in August the 1st and to where I have come to as of today. I took my picture just now or earlier today. I had my husband take my picture so that I could have that as documentation for myself and how I am progressing or not progressing. And I tell you, I could see the difference. I was so happy that I could see the difference from where I started and where I am now since August the 1st. So if you decide the aims to improve not just physical fitness, but also it improves your confidence, your self-confidence, it improves your self-esteem, your perseverance, um, it gives you mental fortitude. It said it's quite demanding and may not be suitable for everyone. So it's important to consider your own health and consult with a healthcare professional if needed. But I looked at it and I really liked everything about the 75 hard challenge. So that is why I decided that I wanted to try it. I decided I wanted to stick with doing the keto diet because that is what works the best for me and has worked the best for me is the ketogenic diet. I am exercising. I exercise actually like 5 to 6 times throughout the day because I don't get my 50,000. I mean my 10,000 steps in at one time. It's scattered out all through the day, and then I take what I call exercise snacks. I heard um, one of the influencers talking about exercise snacks, and that's what I take. I take an exercise snack where I will walk on my walking path for about 10 minutes, and then I will get on my bike and use it for about 10 minutes. And I just go back and forth between the two, and I do that until I get my 10,000 steps in. But then, you also get your 10,000 steps in if you have household chores. All of these things count as to help get in my 10,000 steps. They say that it's best if you aim for at least 8,000 steps daily, that is where you're going to start seeing and benefiting and having some results, is getting at least 8,000 steps daily. So if you can't do the 8,000 steps, that's okay. Just start where you're at. You may not be able to start with only maybe 500 to 1,000 steps. That's okay. Start where you can start and work your way up at your pace. That's what I had to do. When I first started, I could not walk far at all, and I probably walked less than a block, and I sat there and got up and went back home. The next day I got up and did it again. The next day I got up, I went a little bit further. And every day I kept pushing further and further and further until I was able to walk this whole, what I want to say, this whole area as far as in Seattle. It was called Beacon Hill. And it was like a whole area that you could walk, whole area from beginning to end by the time that I started venturing out and walking other places. I chose a place to walk where there were benches so that I could sit along the way if I needed to and rest. So I was able to do that on my walking path. Make sure that you find something that you can also use to help you walk also. Let's see. So I had to stop for just a minute. But walking daily, 30 minutes outside. If you have to do it after your dinner, or do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, but get you some exercise outside. That's going to help a lot. It's going to help you with your vitamin D, and also being outside is going to help with your circadian rhythm. I got up this morning and I went outside really early, just as soon as the sun was coming up. I went outside and I gazed into the sunlight. I had read that they said that you can set your circadian rhythm by doing this, by gazing into the sun in the morning and then gazing into the sunset when it's going down in the evening. So I'm going to try that this evening, but I'm working on that so that I can get my sleep pattern um, set up a little bit better. I have been concentrating on more protein. Are you guys concentrating on eating more protein? I have been concentrating on eating more protein, and I still have vegetables. He does sun gazing. Okay, so that's what you would call it, I guess, sun gazing. But I went out yesterday morning and I did sun gazing, and I forgot to go back out in the evening. Now I didn't do that this morning, but it's something that I am practicing because I said that it helps with your circadian rhythm. I have been, like I said, walking daily, and I have been adding in some strength training, some weight training. And what I'm doing is just weights that I have here, and kettlebell is what I am using as far as my weights. Um, it's a good idea if you haven't done it. Make sure that you are taking your weight before and after Me, I have chosen not to weigh daily. Um, I have chosen not to even weigh weekly, but I believe I am going. But I'm going to show. Hello and welcome, Slice of Farming too. I'm so glad that you are here. Um, but I am going to take my pictures and then put them together so that you'll be able to see the progress that I am making. I did that today and I was so motivated by the progress that I have been making so far. Yes, I, I just really was happy of that. So I'm gonna have to put that in a video because I don't believe on here on YouTube that you can bring up the pictures and show that type of thing. I believe you can do it on StreamYard, but not on the YouTube platform. If you can, I don't know how to do that. But take a daily progress picture. Doing that really helps a lot. You can look at your progress pictures and you can see how you're doing as far as your weight loss progress or your fat loss progress, whichever one you prefer to call it. But take a daily progress picture. Some days, you're going to bloat up. You're going to look bigger. Some days, you're probably going to look smaller. But take that progress picture because that is going to be basically your picture journal. And it's going to keep you motivated to keep going, or either it's going to just tell you, hey, just give up and stop. But most of the time, it's going to tell you to stay motivated and keep going. If you're doing the right thing, you're following your plan, you're adding in some exercise, then you are going to see some results. So I do measurements, and like you said, clothes, and it's a good indicator as well. Yes, I had said that I was putting my scale away until the end of the month because, like I said, last month, um, I was pleasantly surprised by the end of the month. So I've already weighed for the mid-month already. Um, and today is the 17th. So I'll probably weigh one more time before um, the end of the month. But I have been using clothes to help me with my measurements also, because a non-scale victory can be so motivating to you to keep going also. And like I said, non-scale victories, those can be victories where you are um, able to wear a piece of clothing that you weren't able to wear before, being able to walk a little further than you were able to before, building up your endurance, being able to get off medications that you have been on for a long time. There are a lot of different non through the day. I just finished this bottle here, so I've got to get another bottle in the refrigerator. And then I've been keeping warm water around for me to sip on also. And I had this cup of water. I just finished this one also. So I try to keep plenty of liquids and plenty of fluids available for me to drink. In one container of water today, I added in some apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. And so I sipped on that. One, I sipped on it like a hot tea, and I just added in some squirt of lemon in that water, and that was the hot water that I sipped on. And then I just had a bottle of water that I decided I wanted to drink. But that way, I get in a lot of liquids. I'm not, I don't have to worry about being dehydrated. So I'm making sure that I'm drinking a lot of liquids. I may not get to a gallon, but I try to get as close as I can. So I aim to drink 5 to 7 bottles of this size water bottles, 5 to 7 of these. I think 7.5 of those bottles is considered a gallon. So 5 to 7 is really, really good, and that's what I aim for. No cheat meals, but you can substitute your meals, like with, if you have keto, then you can have your keto, your different keto things that you eat on your diet. Some people eat a lot of, I call it the boxed different things that are keto, a lot of the different breads and everything. So you're allowed to eat those things. And so you know what a cheat meal is. That's when you just go in and you just get all the way off of your diet and just go crazy. That is not allowed. And you want to make sure that you're avoiding alcohol. I like that, avoiding alcohol. That's what got me the last time. Someone said that you can have alcohol as long as you have it in moderation, and if it was a special occasion. I didn't see that anywhere. I just saw where it says to avoid alcohol. So if someone knows anything different as far as that, be sure and list it below, because I did not see that. I don't weigh weekly either. I get discouraged easily. Yes, yes. Because the scale fluctuates so much, it just goes up and down. And I mean, at random. Um, you don't have to eat very much in order for the scale to go up. You can actually eat something and not eat much of it, but you can get bloated, have a response to it. And that will make your scale go up sometimes maybe by 2 or 3 pounds. And that's enough to discourage a person sometimes. So sometimes it's just not good to get on the scale, especially after you've eaten a lot of leafy greens and vegetables, that type of thing, because vegetables, some of the vegetables that I eat do have a tendency to bloat me up and different things like that. But they're good vegetables to have in your diet. They're good vegetables as far as different benefits that you can get from eating them. So I do include them in my diet. So I do measurements, or like you said, clothes is a good indicator. Yes, it is. Clothes are a good indicator. I have a suit here that I laid here the other day, and this is like I say, clothes are a good indicator. But I've had this suit a while. I had this suit in Seattle where I said, okay, I'm gonna lose weight and get to this. Now it's something I wear around the house because, like I say, just because they make clothes and you can get in them, sometimes you don't need to wear them. And this is something I would wear around the house, and it's something that I can aim to get into. M. Ray says, I've seen people doing the soft include alcohol in their organic, but limited to 1 or 2 drinks. With the soft challenge, basically, you are making your own rules. Oh, okay, okay. I guess that's what I was doing too. But here's a suit that I had. It has the top. I've seen a lot of people with this suit on. I actually seen some people that had this suit on that were on YouTube channels. But this is the blouse, and it's a short set, and it has a sports bra to it. This, and then it has the shorts. Okay, so this is just something that I have here that I keep, you know, to aim for, something to aim to get into. Then also in my closet, I have another outfit that I am aiming to get into. So when I get into those outfits, I will share them with you also. So I use clothes to help me reach what, like I said, non-scale victories. Non-scale victories are, I mean, they will make you feel good when you reach those goals also. So find something that you can like aim for, that you are wanting to do. Um, how are you all doing with your goals as far as setting goals? Do you set your goals every week? You know, just reanalyze what you're doing, you know, and then tweak your diet. Maybe this week you want to change it up and do some protein sparing modified fasting meals. Or you may want to do OMAD a couple of days, or intermittent fasting, from 18 and 6 to maybe 20 and 4. Are you doing alternate day fasting? There are so many different ways that you can do fasting, so many different ways that you can eat in order to be successful. And it's really good to have all of these tools, as they say, in your toolbox, and you just pull them out and use them as you need them. I was going to put up what I want to say, a calendar, and the calendar was gonna, you know, like I used to put up where it tells the different ways and different days that we could eat. Like we're gonna have keto this day. My way of eating, Emre says, is always ketovore, carnivore, keto. Me also. I stick to the ketovore, carnivore, or the keto. Those are my main ways of eating. Now, you may see me add in some protein sparing modified fasting meals, but mostly I stick to ketovore, carnivore, and keto as far as the way that I am eating. Um, I have found that that works best for me. And so if it ain't broke, well, how's it go? If it ain't broke, why try to fix it? Okay. Um, Also, I have been staying consistent with my intermittent fasting. This can be challenging. Also, what I'm doing is I am trying to flip my schedule because I want to stop eating early in the day. And that way I can eat earlier in the day, the next day, if I want to, when I am doing a 20 or, or a fasting regimen that has a longer fasting window. I'm trying to find out how to add in a faster, longer window that's going to work best for me since I take medications. Um, Emery says, I do switch it up from time to time, but always the same, and also intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting aids a must for me. Yes, it is. Intermittent fasting helps a lot. A lot of times you can lose weight just by doing intermittent fasting if you put it in your schedule the correct way. Like I was talking about, find um, a routine that's going to work best for you and your schedule. That way you're going to stick to it more, and also it's going to work better for you. So find something that's going to work really, really good for you. And make sure that you keep it simple, you all. Keep it simple. You don't want to overcomplicate your eating plan. You don't want to make it so hard where you think you got to do these huge meal preps and different things. I just make a meal and contain. What I do is try to make me 2 or 3 different type of proteins that I can have available that I can eat any way that I want to. Emily says, I always close my window at 2 p.m., no later than 4 p.m. I am a morning eater. That is great. See, that's what I'm working on doing, is closing my window, like I said, around 3 p.m., but it would be, in that area. And I know that that is so beneficial, to be able to do that. So that's what I'm working on doing. Um, Plan your meals ahead of time if you can. Make sure you have a plan for your eating window. Like my eating window that I had been using was from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's for the 16 and 8. And then I switched it up where I put my eating window down to 4 hours. And now I'm wanting to flip it around where I still have a 4 hour window, but I have it at a different time of the day. I want to become a morning eater, basically, is what it is. And one thing you want to avoid doing is obsessing over food, because I find myself sometimes I'll say I'm supposed to eat at 1 o'clock, and I mean sometimes it's like 1 o'clock I'm ready to eat. You don't have to be that obsessed over your food, sitting like you have a maintain a schedule. No, if you can push that eating window back further, do that. That's going to help you also being able to push your eating window back further. And make sure that you are listening to your body. I believe that you should listen to your body. Pay attention to how your body responds when you are doing intermittent fasting. It may be easier sometimes for you to intermittent fast at a different time than what you are fasting at. So explore different options also if you're having a very, very hard time. M. Ray says also, guys, when you get used to intermittent fasting, your stomach fills up easily. You will not be able to eat everything. So make sure you eat your protein first. That's correct. Make sure you get that protein in first. And that's why I usually have a lot of leftovers. Um, and it's usually not my protein. Sometimes I may have some protein with it, but it's usually the carbs that I have on my plate, like my vegetables sometimes, because I would eat my protein first and I'll eat a little bit of my vegetables with that also. Remember that consistency is what's going to get you to reaching your goal, not perfection. Consistency is what is going to get you to reach your goal, not perfection. It's okay to stick to your plan. You can stick to it as every day as you can. But what's the most important is that you're consistent over time. If you slip up, get back on track. Don't get discouraged and quit. Get back on track and keep going. And if you can, find a group that you can join, a social support group. Um, like we are here today, encouraging one another, um, sharing ideas, tips, and, encouraging one another to keep going. Also, sometimes you may need to track your progress. If you need to track your progress, use a journal or use an app. These things you can find online. They can help you with your fasting periods. They can help you with your meals, and they can help you to stay on course and make adjustments in your eating plan, in your intermittent fasting window, and all of these things. A lot of the apps also give you a lot of information about what you are doing. If you're doing intermittent fasting, a lot of apps will give you a lot of information on the different intermittent fasting plans. It will tell you how to start, those intermittent fasting plans. So you can find some really good apps that you can use. But most of all, you want to be patient. You want to be patient. You have to remember that results take time. Some people get results faster than others. Don't let that discourage you if your results don't show up as fast as maybe your sister's results or someone else that you see on YouTube. Keep doing what you are doing. Don't get discouraged if your results don't come as fast or you don't see immediate changes. Consistency is going to get you where you need to be. A slice of formula M. Ray. No, I'm not in weight loss journey, but I less eating carbs and sugar. That's good. That's good. A slice of farming too. So I want to say that by incorporating all of these tips into your intermittent fasting routine, that this is going to make your chances of success better. It's going to make the process that you are going through more sustainable in the long term, which is so important. You want to make sure that you're making a lifestyle change and that you are doing something that is sustainable for long term. And remember to consult with your healthcare professional, consult with your doctor before starting any new dietary regimen, especially if you have underlying health conditions or if you're on medications. Make sure that you check with your physician and your doctor. I want to say I'm glad that you were able to tune in today, and I'm going to do this, like I said, every Wednesday. I will have a live so that we can get together and talk. If we have questions, we'll be able to ask questions and have a community where we can all know that we can come and we can get encouragement. M. Ray says comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare your journey to others. We all excel on our own level. Yes, we do. So it's getting a little loud in the background here. I'm going to go ahead and close out my live. I want to say that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any videos that I share. I like to share my weight loss journey. I like to share my successes and even my failures. Um, Weight loss is not easy, but we can get there if we support one another, we encourage one another, and share our journeys. It would make it a lot easier for others to do it also. But anyhow, this is Keto Granny saying thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. I'm going to show you my comparisons, you all, in my next video of where I started in August and where I am now. So until then, let's see. Thanks for the live. I hope Low Carb Queen will come next week. Thank you, Keto Granny, for the inspiration and motivation. Thank you all for your support, for being here. Um, M. Ray, and also to a slice of farming too. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone who is over in the comments. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your support. And let's keep encouraging one another to do our best and be our best. Bye bye.